Um,
You like Refn? His early work was a little too European for my taste, but in 2011, he really came into his own, commercially and artistically, with the release of his hit film, Drive.
What do you do?
I drive.
That's literally me. Literally me, dude.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
Oh, literally me! That's me! That's so me!
Master Payne, it is a great honor having you beating random people in our town.
That's
literally me! In recent years, a new film genre has emerged out of the chaos of our culture. And what's weird is that it's not made up of entirely new movies. There are some new films in this genre, of course, but overall, it's the classification that's new, not the films. This genre is literally me. Or maybe Sigma Cinema is a better label. It's a loose collection of movies that typically star men on the fringes of society. They're usually regular guys who just snap. But sometimes they're complete psychopaths. In A Clockwork Orange, Alex lives an extremely hedonistic lifestyle. How is it then that it falls under the same umbrella as something like Falling Down? As I thought more and more about this concept, I realized the vast diversity that existed within this new genre. These films present different male archetypes, but how do they all relate to each other? Surely there's a through line. Do people connect with these characters ironically? Or are they just using a veil of irony to point to a deeper, more sincere truth? I know we all naturally lump all these films together, but why? Let's take a look at some of the major Literally Me characters just to see if we can find the dots to connect. I can only talk about a couple here or else the video would be entirely too long and boring. If I don't mention your favorite Literally Me movie, then I think you should honestly just, cope. Nah, don't worry. This video is part of my series called Literally Me, and I will be making a lot of these videos for this series in the near future, so stay tuned. And any femcells out there, I got you covered as well. Let's look at today's roster of men who are quite literally just like me. Patrick Bateman. He's young, jacked, has an amazing skincare routine, drinks like a fish, and can get any lady he wants so long as he's got the money.
That's literally none of you.
And he has the money. Bateman feels like a satire on the materially obsessed yuppies of the 80s, and this lack of meaning that comes out of this lifestyle of obsessing over clothes and restaurants manifests itself as a desire to kill. Or is it all in his head? Does that even matter? Bateman wants to fit into a world that he despises. He is a husk of a man, albeit a hilarious one. It's hard to know if he likes the music he listens to or the food he eats, as he qualifies their value with reviews he read rather than what seems like his actual opinions. Bateman's life isn't just about the pleasures of conformity and the importance of trends. It's about how these things consume our lives, our cultures, and turn us into NPCs who just want to destroy it all. Defense, aka William Foster. What happens when the machine rejects one of its cogs? Michael Douglas's character, who we know as Defense because that's what his license plate says, is a Department of Defense worker who has lost his job. He helped build missiles that probably caused untold death and destruction in foreign countries on behalf of the USA. He was well regarded in his field, but when he was no longer useful, when he was no longer economically viable, he was spit out. He lost everything: his job, his home, his wife, his daughter, and arguably his sanity. And on one hot LA morning, he finally cracks. He abandons his car and sets out on a journey across Los Angeles to attend his daughter's birthday party, leaving behind him a wake of destruction. Defense is the embodiment of the mid-20th century man. It's not a coincidence that, at the beginning, he wants to turn back the prices to 1965. He's a man out of time. He embodies the 1950s American ideal, but he's stuck in an empire in decline. He fights against what his country has become: increased prices, fascists, gang violence, an elite class who hold disdain for ordinary citizens, and America itself. All the while, he spouts ideas of what American society should be: freedom of speech, the customer is always right, and so on.
Just standing up for my rights as a consumer.
But confronted by the law and told that he's the bad guy, Foster asks,
I'm the bad guy?
Yeah.
is he? He obviously has personal responsibility for his actions, but it's undeniable that he is the product of a sick society. We cheer for him as we use him to vent our own frustrations on the world, even if we wouldn't dare to repeat his actions. It's his straddling of the line between good and evil that makes him so compelling. Billy Brown. This is a literally me deep cut, but it shouldn't be. Vincent Gallo excellently portrays Billy Brown, the protagonist of this breakout film, Buffalo 66. The film...
Alright, not so interesting. Fucking movie review guy. Alright, Crick's 34th.